Hello everybody, this is GamingBren here, and welcome back to another Cities Skylines video. So, funny story. I started recording this video maybe about 15 minutes ago, and I discovered my microphone was off. So now I have to restart the entire recording process, and man am I annoyed. But there is a new DLC called Race Day, and it is, of course, a DLC. It's a DLC where, you can probably guess what happens. You have races and parades. You can see here there's a new tab, which that new tab is for the races and parades. And then there's also another tab in here that is also for the races and parades. But, this is this is Tantalus's first DLC since Colossal Order moved on, and, of course, Tantalus took over CS1. And then, Colossal Order just moved on entirely from Cities Skylines in, the beginning of this year, 2026. I don't know, it's been a weird time for Cities Skylines lately, though Cities Skylines 2 is significantly better than it was at launch. But this isn't Cities Skylines 2, this is Cities Skylines 1! And we're gonna play it like how you play Cities Skylines 1. So, this is my new city. I know Brentwood Coast was only one episode, but I kinda got bored just and the whole series for some reason. It actually happens a lot more than you'd think it would, Because it's here, to where we are now. This is, currently it's called Lakefield, but honestly, if you guys have a name suggestion, drop it in the comments below, because I could really use some name suggestions for this city. Bonus points. Bonus points if it's a Bren pun. If it's a Bren pun, I will give you bonus points, and I will specifically say that in the comments if I am able to get there. We're basically going to be expanding the city today. I started off camera because I just felt like that. I just did that. It was a Friday night, spring break just started here in Florida. Of course there's going to be stuff going on. We just wanted to relax and then maybe pump out, a couple videos over the spring break. I'm planning on making this just a little, starting a series, because, that would be, of course, I like to get some stuff out before I go to college, next year. I'm still gonna make stuff even when I'm in college, but it's definitely not gonna be, there's gonna be, the content drought is gonna be even worse than it is now, so, be prepared for that. Because it's obviously going to be really difficult to I'm going to college, and, I'm going to eventually pursue a civil engineering major, probably. Because I just love roads that much, but it's not, it's obviously, whenever I get to college, I'm going to have to not really do as much, maybe oh, hello, here's another post from GamingBren on, here's another post from GamingBren, but I won't be there. I probably won't be able to, do as, I'm gonna have to focus more on schoolwork. But summer break, of course, it's prime time to release stuff, Summer break is the prime time to release stuff. And, let's think of something else to talk about. That's more, I think I can confirm more based on what I've read. So the announcements post for Cities Skylines' 11th year anniversary has some very peculiar wording. It said, and I'll just quote this real fast. While I'm pulling up the page in the background. It says, during the month of March, we will be celebrating you and the new additions to both of our games, both for Cities Skylines from Tantalus and Cities Skylines 2 from Ice Bleak Studios. Notice how it says, if you're listening along, you might hear I said editions, not additions, but editions. The Xbox One and PlayStation 4 already have Cities Skylines update. Nintendo Switch they had to stop making that version because they had a technical wall. PS5 and Xbox Series X and S already have it. And the only platform I didn't, and VR is handled by Fast Travel Games, and they haven't done pretty much jack diddly squat with that in like at least 3 years. I mean, Cities VR is the most obscure thing ever, basically. I mean, the only thing that's more obscure than that is the Cities Skylines Education Edition. That might as well be lost media besides the logo. But basically, the point stands. There's only one platform by process of elimination, including that the Windows 10 edition is for Windows 10, and Windows 10 is no longer supported, really. By process of elimination, there's only one version that hasn't gotten a new edition. I mean, not a bundle, not content, not an update, an edition, and that is the Nintendo Switch 2, which released in June and has yet to get a full version of the game, even though it can actually handle it now. I mean, they ported Cyberpunk to the Switch 2. I mean, they ported Cyberpunk to the Switch 2, so I think anything is possible. With that thing, I mean, you could probably port anything over. I mean, yeah, port anything. It's basically possible now. And I think that Nintendo would really like to have Cities Skylines. I mean, it sold well on the Switch 1 despite the shortfalls. And I think that they're going to. I predict that after the PlayStation bundle ends, on PS5, on the 25th, that's gonna end, and that's when they're gonna end the sale on PS5. But after that, I suspect that they will reveal the Switch 2 version, and as a person who only has Nintendo consoles, I will be really happy. Now, I mean, that's not for certain, this is just speculation, but that would honestly be pretty cool, finally, a Cities Skylines console edition for me, I would love to have my own console, that I, of choice, get that. I mean, just, Cities Skylines is really fun, and I would probably really love it if they, I know I would love it if they released a Switch 2 version of the game. A Switch 2 version of the game. I would love that. But the organic will produce there, and European suburbia. That should be set up. Now on to our next conversational topic. Cities Skylines on console actually had a pretty big bug, where apparently people said well, my UI elements aren't loading correctly, kind of thing. And yeah, that was a problem that they are currently addressing. I don't own any. I only have Nintendo consoles, so I thankfully haven't been affected by this, being a PC user / person who has an outdated version for console with only 4 gigabytes of RAM. But Nintendo obviously is unaffected, but because it's so old, so stinking old. But the PlayStation and Xbox versions, I think even the PS4 and Xbox One versions, had severe UI bugs where you can't even click half the interface elements. You can't even click, if you, good luck, clicking, the buttons, the drop-downs or sliders. That was broken. It was so bad they had to put out basically a Google form for Xbox users to, so they can investigate the bug. and they are apparently saying that they are going to get it fixed, which obviously, yeah. But I want that to be an issue if they release a Switch 2 version and I play it. No, I wouldn't want that. I would want my game to stink and work. And I'm hoping they get this bug resolved. I mean, they probably wouldn't launch the Switch 2 version in that state if they announced that. Yeah, but, there could be some interesting stuff with that, I mean, and like, Switch 2, you can use mouse controls. Because, in case you didn't know, the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2 have mouse controls. You can just, slide around on the mouse, or on the surface, or your leg, like a mouse. Yeah. And it's really cool, like, one of the coolest things that Nintendo has honestly done. I mean, Nintendo is really off to a strong start this gen, Yeah, they're off to a strong start this generation, kind of. And they already have install base of, like, 17 million people on this new console, me included. I have a Switch 2. I got mine just a month after the console came out. And, all that stuff. It's really interesting, all this stuff that's going on with the Switch 2. Like, I mean, I don't know, they're releasing about 1 billion games, like third parties, first parties. They're releasing some they're releasing some, I think they're releasing a lot of games, especially third-party ports. There's a lot of third-party ports coming out, I believe. And there's there's this new Pokemon game that's kind of like Minecraft-ish, I guess. But in terms of stuff I'm interested in, there's Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition. I'm very into Mario. There's a Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition. Meet up in Bella Park, where it's like basically you play a bunch of play a bunch of different mini games, and there's like a Toad Brigade side mode, which is pretty cool.
This is Downtown Radio, and I'm Troy.
The Toad Brigade, Captain
I once read
Toad.
That the definition of luck is when
I don't know.
Toad
is my favorite Mario character.
That's so true. I mean,
seriously, I love Toad. He's my favorite character in Mario. I don't like how Squidward's my favorite SpongeBob character.
When we least expect it, a door opens.
I love SpongeBob, but let's focus on the building.
Don't hesitate. Opportunity doesn't knock twice. Time for the next song.
Hey, let's pull back all of this. This will be a lot of... Yep, then we can do this and that. And we got that. So we got all this new... I think I'm gonna make this a park, actually. See, we're probably make this a park if I just make a park area here. This is a park area. Probably build the airport junction right around here. Eventually I want to have a whole freeway loop that goes, the entire way around here. Basically making a big loop, for better regional connectivity, and maybe eventually, connection down to there. Maybe eventually I can make a whole beltway. I want to make a beltway eventually, that'd be kind of cool. Let's build some new services out here. We'll build... we'll build... We'll need, this going out here. build a high school. And raise the education budget as well. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's bring a bus down here, okay. There we go. Maybe upgrade this to, you know, 25 vehicle buses. Or 25 people buses, you know, carry 25 people, yeah. This one should have less vehicles, only to start with. That's nice, yeah. I'll walk this down. Yep, just gotta do this. There. Get a new police station out here. Okay, alrighty. Okay. this. Here we go. Industrial. There's farm stuff going. I also have a wind farm over here. now we have trees unlocked. Upgrade some of these roads to add them. And bike lanes too. Yeah, bike lanes too.
At Sternberger, our cars are more than just hunks of metal that take you from point A to point B. They are also composed of industrial plastics, polymers, and wells. We also know it's what's in the car that is more important than the car itself. And that's why it can also carry up to 300 kilograms of human, animal, or consumer goods cargo. The climate control device brings the air temperature to 20 degrees Celsius. It's our way of making our cars comfortable for the majority of mammal species. In fact, it is a perfect vessel for transport from short to medium distances, and we believe that the price we are asking is a fair trade for the value transfer to the consumer. Sternberger, more than just a number.
At Akio, we've been making the best in mobile phones for over 20 years. How did we get there? By putting ringtones in every commercial that make you think your phone is ringing. Whether you have a new phone, an old phone, or just leave it on vibrate, we make sure you always hear your phone in our commercials. It's our way of saying, we hear you. So don't be silenced when opportunity calls, pick it up. It's for you. Akio Mobile.
This is Troy Anderson.
The one with the median
You're
cost one, I like it too.
Downtown Radio, 109.7 FM. Can you feel it in your heart? Of course you can. Music is the sound of feelings. Where language fails, music speaks.
Let's put in Taxi Evo. Taxi budget. Why does the 6-lane road with train tracks cost more than the trees and the grass variants? Like, that doesn't make any sense. This one, and then it costs even less bike lane. This doesn't make sense. So, you know what, if you're watching this, please balance the prices in the next update. It makes sense. Feels wrong. These all are nice last night. These all are nice. And especially we love this road because it has protected bike lanes. I really like this bridge. Yeah, it's really nice, that's for sure.
You're listening to Downtown Radio on 109.7 FM.
Trying to beautify this now. then you didn't see that. Oops. I think that'll probably do it for today. Except I need to do one more thing before I can stop. And that is more beautification. Duh. Go, yep. Yeah, it looks almost good. We just need to make a few more adjustments. Go this, good. Looks good. There you guys go. Dude, that's good. There we go, that's good. Yeah, we're done. You're not allowed to go through. Ooh, there we go, we're done. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm GamingBren, signing off.
You're listening to
Have a great
Downtown
day.
Radio. I'm your host, Troy Anderson.